My father was an attorney for a very large Northeast Pennsylvania toy distributor. And every Friday night, to keep my brother and myself quiet in the car on my way to my grandmother's, we got a new toy. It wasn't a big toy, could be a dinky toy, a Matchbox toy. So I was always inundated in toys.
How many toys and games have you created in the past 42 years?
We've created hundreds of them. How many got to market? I don't know, maybe 100 and some products. My favorite to this day is a game we did called Advertising. And it was my first game. In those days, I called it Ad Infinitum. And the reason I love it is because I did it with my family. I did it with my wife, Cheryl, and I did it with you. It was turned down by every single game company, but I never give up. My motto, never give up, never grow up. So I took it then to a company in Chicago called Catico Games. And they said, Richard, this is Wayman Whitman, president of Catico Games. We love Ad Infinitum. We're going to do it. And I said, the game's not quite ready. They got to fine tune it. He goes, you have a choice. You can sell 1 million Fords, or you can wait for a Lincoln. And I said, I love Fords. And he sold 1 million units the first year.
When children play with your toys, what do you hope to see?
Well, obviously, I want to see kids engaged in them. I like a toy that they come back to. And with my games, I'm like a test pilot. I like to watch other people playing, and then I make notes, and I fine-tune, and that's how I like to play games. And what about your game?
Here Comes the Bride.
I was sitting in the car one day talking to your mother about wanting to do a game for girls. You were in the back, and you went, how about we do Here Comes the Bride?
6 years old.
You went back with craft paper and whatever, and you put this game board together.
My big part of that game was that I wanted a 3-tiered wedding cake.
In the middle. You know, it was in Germany, Mexico, it was all over the world. You got royalties from it. You were quite a little media darling in those days.
What was that interview that I did outside of San Francisco?
That was a video that they were using for marketing. Do you remember the last thing you said in that video?
Yes.
Betty, do you have any advice for other kids with games?
You need a father who's going to sell it.
That's it.
This is my 40th toy fair. Do you remember the first time you brought me?
Absolutely. You were in your mother's arms. And in those days, Betty, children were not permitted in any of the showrooms, but they always allowed you to come in. As you got older, you would help these companies sell toys because you would gravitate to something, you'd play with it, and the buyer from Kmart would be standing there, and he'd increase his order. The companies loved having you come into the room.
I was the unofficial toy tester.
Yeah, you were terrific.